We are Power 95, where music lives. Ladies Room. Come see you compliments. Renwick Thompson and Company Limited. Agents for Western Union.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they are prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Yo, X. Girl from you know your worth. Them can't bother you. You look good and your money spent. Them can't bother you. You live for you, you don't live for them. Them can't bother you. All your priorities don't share. Them can't bother you. Let them talk so big. Talk is confidence. You full of confidence. And now I want them. Cause you full of confidence. Girl. You confident. You full of confidence. And now I want them. Cause you full of confidence, girl. Your head on your shoulders, you don't got no time to beat it. Waist, girl. Waist, girl. You took your education, so you don't have to debate, girl. And what really hurting them, you don't owe because all your bills pay. Yes, and when you out, you just party in a big way. Girl, you bless. Walk out and beat your chest. I bet they figure the rest, so them can't bother you. You look good and your money spent. Them can't bother you. You live for you, you don't live for them. Them can't bother you.
Good morning again, everybody. Welcome back to the room. Welcome back to the room. We really had some good songs coming out of Carnival. We really had, the grooves. You know, you just listen them now and you enjoy it, like really enjoy it, you know. Chantal, my love, how are you? Good to have you in the room, Chantal. Good morning, Shante. Good morning, Randy. Rita, good morning. Lisa, good morning. Joy, good morning. Joy, you gone up the road? You didn't even pass by me once, boy? And I know, they really get... Anyways. Good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Derek. Isabel, good morning. Listen, you gotta come in the room. Don't forget, I'm booking you. Today is what? Tuesday? Let's see how Thursday look. I'm gonna message you when I'm through. Alright? We need to have a conversation. It's not over. Life still continues now that we got Carnival and all the madness out of the way. We can focus on the important things, and I really want to, maintain that sort of conversation. I don't want to just be about who honey and who big head son making you see trouble. We don't want to do that every day, although it's important. There are also other things that we can discuss. Mental health, depression. These are things I want to focus a lot on this season of the Ladies' Room. And I call it season because that's what it is, because for the last couple of weeks, we've been focusing on, Carnival, speaking with the artists and stuff like that. So now we're into another season. And that is, I wanna really take time, even if it's once a week, to have the conversation, to remind people that mental health and depression, these are real, and not wait until something happens to trigger it. And then we want to, have the conversation, make it continuous, that people know where they can turn to, who they can talk to, and know that they're not alone in this fight against mental health and depression. So I really want to continue that. All right. Queen B, good morning. Hi, Betty Ann, good morning. Jay, Bonjour, good morning. Fine, I want to send my Carnival to Banka in Ladies' Room. Anything that you dealt with in Carnival, leave it. Then people, man, go back. Then people, woman, listen. It's over, dusted, done. Morning, Michelle. Chantal, you missed my show yesterday. I haven't done Labor Day in like 6 years. And like I explained yesterday, after doing so much for Grenada Carnival, Labor Day is like, yeah, whatever. I ain't beating up. Ian Allen is saying, don't beat up. I ain't beating up myself to come and fight up the parkway behind no no truck, and no street cleaners behind me. So y'all, it's your turn. Do your thing. I'm gonna come up the road and chill at another date. Morning, morning, Petra. Kutane, Troy Kutane, aka Black Storm. I ain't get it back fully. It's coming back, but I realized like if I drink like cold stuff or I'm feeling cold, then I start feeling the hoarseness again. So I have to keep drinking. I have my flask and I have to keep my throat warm anytime I consume anything that's cold. It does not I don't agree with it. Naya, where are you? You gone already? You didn't take the other one with you? See, she's still here making TB and confusion about man and she roof that stole her iPad how many moons ago. She needs to leave because the boredom is like you can see it's taking over. Because this lady, somebody claimed allegedly stole her iPad how long ago, and the man come back to fix your roof, and she looking to be TB with the man for she needs to leave. I need to call no name, but she needs to leave. Morning, Alice. Morning, Valerie Ross. Michael, good morning. Naya, that's the only thing I would want to be on your boat ride. That boat ride looks like it's gonna be boat riding. I'm looking forward to that. Hey Buff, how are you? Haven't seen you in a long time. Good to have you in the room. Hey Doobie, good morning. Morning Doobie. Morning Jenny James. Morning everybody. So nice of you to join me in the room again. We have a lot to talk about this morning. Buff, you good? Hope all is well on your end. It's Raymond, good morning. Yeah, Jacqueline needs to go. She's been here since July, like the second week of July. July, August. Today's what, the 22nd? It's almost a month plus. Yeah, time for you to vamos. He had enough for you. Go. Depart the shores. Morning, CJ. The smoothie and the guy passed away. I did not hear that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Morning, Keisha. I am doing well. I did not hear that. That's why I'm at, as Boise said, at a stage in my life where stress really can't reside here anymore because life is just so. Buff, you're in Grenada? You're in Grenada like how Dwight was in Grenada and left Grenada and didn't pop in it. You know what? Me and fighting up for friends, so it's alright. Morning, Ramos. How you doing? Crony, morning. Yeah, as I was saying, it's like every time you like scroll through social media, you're just seeing like the confusion and the toxicity and the back and forth and the shade throwing, and I don't know about y'all, but it's really to me exhausting. It's draining. And when I look at some of the folks engaging in it, it's not like children in the teens and early 20s. It's like us grown people, late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, going up the road, and I'm like, at some point you have to be like, change. Here I am. Time for me to change how I deal with people, how I interact with people. If things triggers me, it's for me to leave it alone, stay away from it. But it's just like, it's honestly sad to see that like that is the basis of some people's existence on a daily basis, to not get up and be like, thank you Lord for life, let me see what positive I can engage in today, how I can help a person, how I can motivate somebody. It's like your sole purpose every living day is to get up and be like, any, mini, miny, mo. Who can I antagonize today? Whose business can I get into today? And it's sad because like when you get to a certain age, some things you should be like, I'm over that. I'm like, let me focus on me right now and my life and my business and just being a better human, and y'all just thrive on the drama, thrive on the gossip, thrive on all the negative energy. Anywhere you see it, you're like buzzing, like on them Jamaicans would say, like John Crow, like just circling the books, circling social media, looking for things that you can, pick up on, or some shade you think is directed at a person. And it's like festers every day. It's like a sore that no matter how much dressing you put on it, no matter how many, how you call the purple thing. We had a whole conversation the last time trying to remember the name of the purple thing they put on sores. No matter how the purple thing that they put on sores. It's like no matter how much they put, it still, that sore is just, you can't cure. And I think as we get older, at some point we all have to, like, just check ourselves. At some point, just check ourselves and be like, it's not necessary. I don't know, yeah, but I'm so good over here. When you distance yourself from things and people that isn't good for you mentally, you'll be amazed at how peaceful your life becomes. How then you look back and you be like, what was I stressing about all along? Why was I worrying about these things or these people? Because when you look at it, they really don't have much value in your life. They don't contribute anything every day, maybe to pick up the phone to tell you about you and see who Debbie day with, you and see Jackie and who man she with now. Sometimes it's like, when you cut out those things, you'll be amazed at how peaceful your life becomes. But some of you thrive on it and love it so much that you don't even realize that you're the ones, holding yourself back from getting to that place of, peace. And I'm not saying certain things wouldn't bother you or upset you. After all, you're human. But the depth to which you went before, in terms of letting it bother you to the point where you can't sleep and you're stressed, it'd be like, whatever. You hear something and you'll be like, oh, okay. And you keep it pushing. I just wish for all of us to, like, get to that place someday. Marion, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, can you join me in the room and say happy birthday to do I call your name right? Because sometimes I think I say Marian and then sometimes I say Marian because it's spelled the same. I always say Marian because of Elima's song, Marian Love the Eye and and then the place Marian. So I'm always never sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So is it May or is it Ma? Marian or Marian? Which one is it? Anyways, Marian, happy birthday. Hope you have an amazing day as you make this turn around the sun one more time. I wish you nothing but good vibes and, good energy. I can't say nothing bad about the Virgos because my mom is a Virgo. So we're heading into Virgo season. I can safely say Virgos are really nice people. My encounter with Virgos has always been nice, So shout out all the Virgos who'll be celebrating their birthdays soon. Much love to all the Virgos. All right. Do we all is Ma? The lady ain't answer me yet. Jackie, you have a graduation dinner. Take you bring a goat. I don't have no goat. Where getting goat from, Jacqueline? And where is this graduation dinner that I have to bring goat to? Are you inviting people to dinner and telling them to bring meat? Listen. So we have a situation here, and it's not. You can look at it in two different ways. I'll put my keys in my pocket before I leave my house keys here. The situation is, one, you can look at it from women being more particular about who you choose as a partner, and the other could be to men who knowingly get into relationships with women who have children and expect to just Deal with the cow and have nothing to do with the calf. I don't know how that works, but there are men who honestly believe, okay, well, that's not my child. I'm dealing with you and I'm dealing with you only. But what you'll fail to realize, it's a package deal. If you know you don't want that, then there are hundreds of single women, no child, children, a goat, a puppy, nothing, nada, zilch, that you can have a relationship with. So this person says they want some advice on a guy they've been seeing for over 2 years. She has 3 children and her youngest is 9. She says the guy I've been seeing seems to have an issue with everything my youngest does, whether he's playing it in the house, whether he's watching YouTube or playing video games. So I have to check the date when she sent me this. Anyways, she says last night he knocked on the bedroom door to hand me back my cell phone and my boyfriend slipped up and said he hates him. That is she man of 2 years. I stopped him in mid sentence and now this guy is trying to backtrack like this is not what he said. The last thing he's thinking, I already know that I can't continue with this. Am I tripping or is it a wrap? If I were you, it'd be a wrap. Hate is a very strong word. Homeboy didn't say, I don't like what or how your son behaves. I don't like a particular action of your son. This man says he hates your son. The swiftness that this relationship would be over with, he wouldn't even have time to offer an explanation as to or try to backtrack. Hate is a strong word, and he said it. He meant all of it. You can't backtrack from that word at all. Gots to go. This shouldn't even be open for discussion now or try to get this man to explain why he hates your son. That is not necessary. It is not necessary. You're not tripping. Hate is a very strong word. I would be more understanding if this man had said, I don't like how your son behaves. I don't like how when your son do this or do that. I don't like this. The man says he hates your son. Wrap it up with a bow. If a grown man doesn't like a child of the woman he's dating and he says it, why would you even question if you should break it off? It is a wrap. You should not have anyone around your child who feels this way. It's not even a question. He got to go. You're not tripping. You gotta listen. Don't let ever let anyone disrespect your children or be mean to them. That ought to be a deal breaker. They came into the relationship with you, your children, right? So you know you're not cut out for the whole extended family that you did not create. Go find another one. You can't backtrack and hate. It's a wrap. So don't delay the inevitable. It is what it is. Wrap it up, finito, pronto, with quickness, with urgency, with speed. Sounds like he's maybe jealous of your youngest because probably, the younger ones usually require more attention, right? And he probably feels that the attention you're giving to that young one, he should be getting it. How old is this dude again? Like seriously, how old is homeboy? Because he sounds that just sounds so juvenile and immature for a grown man to say he hates a child. The child is what, 9 years old? Let me go back to see. 9, yes. And you'll be dating for 2 whole years, not a couple months. So you could say, you know what, give it a shot because he probably didn't mean it. He said it in his chest, with everything in his chest. He said it from here. You've been dating that man for two whole years. So there's no way you can tell me this man just ups and decided he didn't like your son. He would have been out last night once those words left his mouth. There is no discussion with this. He stated perfectly that he hates your child. That's nothing to tread lightly with. He ended the relationship for you with those words. Someone who will love you and your children should be the goal, and definitely it's achievable. There's a lot of success stories of men who got into relationships with women with children and women who got into relationships with a man who already has children. It is your responsibility to protect your child or your children, and no man, woman, cat, dog, or rat is worth your child's childhood. So don't make excuses for him. Your child comes first. Your children are an extension of you. If a person is not accepting of all of you, what are you looking for? Are you seriously waiting this out to see if he'll warm up to your child? Or maybe you think your relationship is more important than who you allow around your children? This should be a no brainer. A complete wrap. You should not even be asking what to do from us complete strangers. This man would be gone ASAP. Once he set his mouth to say he hates your son, that dude would have been on the first thing smoking out of my house, without a doubt. And not going back after saying you hate my child because I will automatically hate you on spot. You gotta leave same day on the same hour. You said it, no discussion. I feel very strongly about this. It's a wrap. A matter of fact, you should be more concerned as to why you haven't gotten rid of him already. That's a big red flag. You should have gotten rid of him already. And I don't want to believe that is the first time you realize that. There must be other things, other indicators that pointed towards this before. I don't think this was the first indication. I don't know. Too many of you are putting men or women before the before your child or children, before the well-being of your child or children. And it just goes to show the hypocrisy, because the ratio of men with children is pretty high. And there are a lot of women who are amazing stepmoms to the children they meet this man or they meet their current husband with. They're accepting. It's almost, if you didn't know, you'd swear that was this person's child, like birth, gave birth to that child. But if you have to ask, you already know the answer. So don't look for any one of us here to be like, nah, give it another chance. Oh, he didn't mean it. No, nobody's on your side today. So even if you think you're madly in love with this person, think that about it. This person hates your child. So they could never love you the way you think if they can fix their mouth to say to you, the mother of said child, that I hate your child. It's definitely a wrap. Disliking a child for no reason is just weird. And best believe he'll eventually be letting his feelings show via his actions, and your son will notice. A lot of people are used to, parents allowing people around them who didn't like them and treated them poorly as a result. Don't let your child be part of that. Amani says, as soon as you say that to me, all the love I had for you evaporates. You need to go. How old is this dude, though? How old is this dude? Y'all can chime in. You gotta go. So says that's too off. He needs to go. That means he doesn't love her also. For a man to love a woman, he has to love the whole package. What can the child possibly do to him? I said maybe he's touching some kind of feelings. The child probably requires a lot of attention, being the youngest, and she probably feels a type of way. There are people who feel that type of way. But my thing is, you as the adult need to know what is best for yourself, for your situation. Huh? And whatever else is going on. So what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna continue being blind? Or because you love this man more than anything else, you're gonna give him a pass? Lisa says, no wonder some women are marrying trees. For real. Listen, if you like Mali, you have to go. You have to like my dog. You don't like my dog, you can't like me. Mali's part of the family. You have to go. You don't want to play with Mali, you want to ignore Mali. Listen, you gotta go. Listen. I don't know what's going on these days. As a matter of fact, there were two of them. I had one where woman with 3 kids again asked a guy she was dating for $20 so children can go on some little field trip, and she was told about the last minute. He said, you have 2 children father to ask for the money, and said no. She wasn't happy about it, and basically he was done with him. He happily obliged and basically said, I'm not the one you need to be mad at. Out of 3 parents, you all can't come up with $20 and your kid don't have to go. Listen, women go through a lot in relationships, I swear. They really, really do. Are you dating somebody with children and you're absolving yourself of all responsibilities? Then what are you doing there? There are a lot of single women with no children, no responsibility. Why? How do you get in a relationship with somebody knowing they have children and you don't think it's your place to either help them, or you don't think you don't like them? It is disrespectful, very disrespectful. And if anybody listening, if you find yourself in that situation, you need to sort yourself out ASAP. You really do. It is not worth it. Your child should be your top priority. Yeah? Your child should be your top priority. Nobody else. No man, no woman, no nothing. And you have no place being in a relationship where you put anybody else before your children. So for a man to be so brazen, to fix his mouth to tell you that he hates your child, and you're looking for advice, you need to check yourself as well in the process. Not only him, that you even have to think twice about it. There's no thinking. There's no nothing here. It's a wrap. Not even with a bow. Just wrap it up. Because it's not worth it. Because children aren't stupid. And I always say we don't give children the credit that they deserve. We seem to think, oh, baby, children, one, are very observant. Children pick up on energy and vibe, and they know if you're into them as like that, and they know when you're not. children are very, very sensitive about those things. They can pick up energy from a mile away. Here's some people that say they don't like. You probably put children around a couple people, and there might be one who says, "I don't like children. I don't want children. I want to have nothing to do with children." And that child will go towards the one that they can sense or feel likes me, or that energy, that vibe. Some children, as soon as they see you, they start into ball. You don't do them nothing, they just start into ball. Somebody else, complete stranger, comes, takes them from the arms of their mother or father, and they stop crying. But many times you make a move to touch them, it's like they sense your jumbie. They sense your jumbie. So there's no way that child isn't gonna pick up on that man's energy because one, if you don't like him, he'll always ignore him. He probably go on the road, buy something, and he'll be like, "Let me buy a little lollipop for little Johnny." He'll come in the house, maybe buy some snack or some fast food outside, and he'll be in the house eating it in front of him and not even say you want a wing. He'll just ignore that child like he does not exist. You think your child is not going to pick up on that and realize that, hey, something is definitely wrong? What are you saying? They will pick up on it. So before you get to that place where your son realizes that, hey, my child, my mother's boyfriend or whatever it is, Uncle Tom and like me, beat it. My sentiment exactly. That's why I say if you ain't like Maddie, you have to go. What this person have to say? Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Um, the phone lines are open.
Yes, it is. You're live.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a real nice topic. I love it. Well, personally, for me, I don't want. I never wanted to be a stepdad
Mhm.
before my dad, and I could relate because I mean, I don't like children drama and so on. So if I'm in the relationship, I mean, well, you see, the thing with the relationship, you have to declare things first.
Mhm.
You can't make it go through. So I would declare, hey, I'm not in it to be no parent that is your child.
Mhm.
And today's people too is different. There's people so into the children, you can't correct them and so on. So I would want to have zero or little role.
Mhm. And
You
that's your
understand?
preference.
Because they will always take for the child anyhow. So I wouldn't really want to be a part of that now.
Mhm.
And for the financing, that is for the child father and she. That is my take. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That is your preference. Like I said, everybody's entitled to their preference, but let it be known from jump. You can't get into a situation or relationship with a woman with a child or children and expect to separate the two. Like you only deal with the mother and have nothing to do with the child. Like the gentleman says, he never wanted to have that sort of relationship where he's a stepfather before he's a father. There's nothing wrong with that. That is his personal choice. And the same should be applied to anybody. That is a personal choice. But if you do choose to have a relationship with someone who has children, you can't separate the two. You can't separate the two. You have to decide which one, works for you, which one you can handle, and that's what you deal with. At least is honest. And that spares us a lot of problems down the road. Meet somebody, oh, I like you, but I realize you have children with other gentlemen, and I don't really want to have that sort of relationship. Yeah. So it is what it is. Good morning.
I called to apologize to myself.
For what? What you do wrong? What you do again?
Because all them stepchildren I had that I look after and think for over the years, I didn't realize that's the only thing would have to know. So I just called to tell myself I apologize to myself.
Well, you did a good deed. You've just made yourself closer to the pearly gates. You're just giving yourself a
Aruna,
head start.
Aruna, when people talking and you're listening, you have to listen to what they're not saying.
I know
I
what you're
said,
saying.
I just called to apologize to Miss, to tell myself that I didn't realize that myself was going to have to be listening to this thing that myself listening to now. So for all these stepchildren I mind that grew up big and thing and whatnot, God bless all you. So I just called to apologize to myself because I didn't realize that is what was happening. Because what we having here is a $20 conversation, you know.
Yep.
So how we having that? Is that $20 conversation we having here, Popo?
But the man serious about it?
But you see me?
The man say he hate the man say he hate the lady child. So
you see me? Them fellas up by me doing a little brown down. I have 2 yard full. I go and kill to give them. Let me go and clean my 2 yard full. I'm never be able to because I can't have this $20 conversation.
Come back when we raise the price. Come back.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. No, jokes aside, it's sad that people would actually, put children through these things, It's not like they asked to be here. It's not like they were sitting there and said, you know what? I think I want to be in the world. You made that decision by having unprotected sex or whatever you did. So it is your responsibility until they leave your home and they're on their own to ensure that they're okay. That's all. That's all. So like I said, at the end of the day, I can't tell you what to do, but you did ask for advice. So the advice is, tell this man to beat a hasty retreat. Yeah? You have nothing more to say, nothing more to discuss. It is what it is. 2 years. It's time to move on. No discussion. It's no longer a relationship that has a future. Once you brought that word into play, you gotta go. You gotta go, and I gotta go as well. All right? So, on that note, I shall see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you so much for checking into the room. Thank you so much to Western Union for being here for another day. And I hope you guys will have yourselves a great Tuesday. Alrighty? So, see y'all tomorrow.